If you're 55 years old, or anywhere close to it, and you feel like you're behind on retirement savings, maybe way behind, this video is for you. Not because I'm going to lecture you, not because I have all the answers, not because I'm going to tell you that you should have started saving at 25. You already know that. I'm here because the numbers are real, the situation is real, and there are actual things you can do. Starting today, even if you have almost nothing saved right now. Stay with me for the next minutes. This might be one of the most important things you watch this year. Let me show you something. Something the financial industry doesn't really want to talk about. The median retirement savings for Americans between 55 and 64 years old, the median, meaning half of all people your age have less than this, is $185,000. That's from the Federal Reserve, official government data, 2025, and the so-called magic number, the amount experts say you need to retire comfortably. According to Kiplinger, it's now $1.46 million. That's a gap of over $1 million. And the average person your age is sitting right in that gap. Now here's the number that really stopped me. 54% of Americans have no dedicated retirement savings. Zero. Nothing in a 401k. Nothing in an IRA. Nothing. And more than half of Generation X, which is the generation that's now turning 55 to 60, more than half don't believe they'll be financially ready for retirement when the time comes. That's not a few people. That's most people. So if you feel behind, you are in the majority, not the minority. And that matters. Because what we're talking about today is not a problem you created alone. It's a problem tens of millions of Americans are facing together. Before we talk about what to do, I want to say something that I think is important. There are real reasons people end up here at 55. Real reasons. A divorce and the financial reset that comes with it. Medical bills that wiped out years of savings. A job loss in your 40s, during the pandemic, during 2008, during any of the downturns that hit people who were just starting to build. Supporting your kids through college, taking care of aging parents, a business that didn't work out, a marriage where the other person handled the money, and then they were gone. Life happened. That is not a character flaw. That is not laziness. That is not stupidity. The financial industry loves to make you feel guilty. They love the image of the irresponsible person who just couldn't stop buying coffee. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to be honest with you about what's possible and what it's going to take. Because here's the truth. If you're 55 today, you have between 10 and 15 years before the typical retirement age of 65 or 67. 10 to 15 years. That is not nothing. That is actually a significant amount of time if you use it right. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Here are 5 things you can do. Real things. Practical things. Not save more money. You already know that. Specific actions, specific numbers. Let's go. Action number 1. When you turn 50, the IRS gives you a gift. It's called a catch-up contribution. In 2026, you can contribute up to $24,500 to your 401k. That's the regular annual limit. But because you're over 50, you get an extra $8,000 on top of that. That's $32,500 a year, tax deferred, that you can put away without paying taxes on it right now. And if you are between 60 and 63 years old, Congress just made it even better. Under the Secure 2.0 Act, there's a super catch-up that lets you contribute an additional $11,250 instead of $8,000. So people in that window, ages 60 to 63, can put up to $35,750 a year into their 401k. That's a lot of money, and it's all growing tax-deferred. Now, as I know, most people can't max that out. That's okay. The point is, whatever you can contribute, push it to the highest number you can manage. And if your employer matches any of it, make absolutely sure you're getting every dollar of that match. That is free money. There is no other word for it. Action number 2, and this one is huge: Social Security. Here's something most people don't fully understand. For every year you wait to claim Social Security after age 62, your benefit grows by roughly 6 to 8% every single year. Let me put numbers on that. Let's say your Social Security benefit at age 62 would be $1,400 a month. If you wait until 70, just 8 more years, that same benefit could be $2,100 a month or more. That's $700 more per month for the rest of your life. Run the math over 20 years of retirement. That's $168,000 more in Social Security income. Now, I understand, not everyone can wait until 70. Health issues, financial pressure, circumstances. But if you have any flexibility at all, delaying Social Security, even by 2 or 3 years, is one of the most powerful financial moves available to you. It's like a guaranteed annual raise of 6 to 8%. No investment matches that kind of certainty. Action number 3. I know this sounds like basic advice, but I need to say it because a lot of people are trying to save for retirement while simultaneously paying 20% or 24% interest on credit card debt. That doesn't work. You cannot invest your way out of a 20% interest rate. The stock market averages around 7 to 10% a year over time. Your credit card is charging you double that. Paying off high-interest debt is the same as earning that interest rate as a guaranteed return on your money. Guaranteed. No stock market risk, no volatility. Every dollar you put toward that credit card debt is like a 20% guaranteed investment. So if you have high-interest debt, credit cards, personal loans, that comes first, before the extra 401k contributions, before anything else. Get rid of the weight that's pulling you underwater, then you can start swimming. Action number 4. Working 2 to 3 years longer than you planned. I know, that's not what anyone wants to hear. But hear me out, because the math here is actually remarkable. Working 2 extra years does 3 things simultaneously. First, you keep contributing to your retirement accounts. That's 2 more years of saving. Second, your existing savings have 2 more years to grow. Compounding doesn't stop just because you wanted to retire. Third, you shorten the number of years your savings need to support you. If you retire at 67 instead of 65, your money has to last 2 fewer years. That triple effect, more contributions, more growth, fewer years to cover, can add years of financial security to your retirement. This isn't about working until you drop. This is about being strategic with 2 years of your life in exchange for a decade of peace of mind. Action number 5. This is the one that changes the equation more than almost anything else. Building a second source of income now, before you retire. Because here's the math. If you can generate even $700 a month in retirement, from consulting, freelancing, renting a room, teaching a skill online, doing what you already know how to do, just on your own terms, that's $8,400 a year you don't have to pull from your savings. Over 10 years of retirement, that's $84,000 that stays invested. That's money you don't have to worry about outliving. And here's the other thing nobody talks about. People who have a reason to get up and do something in retirement, even something small, tend to be happier. They feel more connected, more purposeful. 34% of retirees say they didn't expect to feel so bored after leaving work. Building a side income isn't just about money. It's about structure. It's about identity. It's about staying in the game in a way that still belongs to you. Start building that now. Even one client, even one skill. The small things you start at 55 become real things by the time you're 62. Let me make all of this real with an example. Meet David. David is 57 years old. He works in logistics, been doing it for 20 years. He makes about $68,000 a year. And right now, he has about $95,000 saved between his 401k from a previous job and a small savings account. He's panicking. He thought he'd have more by now. He's scared to even look at the numbers. Here's what David's next 8 years could look like if he acts now. 1. David maxes out his 401k catch-up contributions. He puts in $32,500 a year for the next 8 years. At a conservative 6% annual return, that alone adds roughly $340,000 to his savings. 2. David waits until 68 to claim Social Security instead of taking it at 62. His monthly benefit goes from $1,400 to approximately $2,100. Over 20 years of retirement, that's an extra $168,000 in lifetime income. 3. At 63, David starts consulting, just 10 hours a week. He earns about $700 a month. Over the first 5 years of retirement, that's $42,000 he never has to pull from his savings. David started with $95,000 and a lot of fear. With a plan, a real, specific, actionable plan, he ends up in a completely different place. Not rich, not perfect, but stable. Dignified, not dependent. That plan exists for you too. The numbers work if you start now. Look, nobody has a perfect retirement plan at 55. Most people don't. But the biggest mistake, the one that actually costs you everything, isn't being behind. It's staying frozen. Because being behind feels too overwhelming to face. You watch this video. That means you're already doing something. The 5 steps I shared today are not magic. They're not going to erase 20 years in 20 minutes. But they work. They work with real numbers, real math, real life. And they work better the sooner you start. So here's what I want you to do right now. Not tomorrow. Now. Go to your HR portal or your 401k provider's website. Log in. Look at your current contribution percentage. And if it's not at the max, raise it. Even by 1%, even by 2%. Start somewhere. And then, I want you to do one more thing. Scroll down to the comments and tell me, what is your biggest fear about retirement right now? Is it running out of money? Is it healthcare costs? Is it not knowing where to even begin? Is it something else entirely? I read every single comment. And I'm not saying that to be nice. I'm saying it because your comments are literally going to become my next videos. So help me help you. If this video helped you with at least one thing today, share it with someone who needs to hear this, someone who is in the same situation, because this conversation matters. Until the next video, bye.